My family roots go back to the late 1800s. My great-grandpa Wenzel and Mary Bunda started in retail in Sister Bay on the very site that we're operating from today. So I was actually growing up here. Like a lot of people, I had a bunch of different jobs. I was in the fruit business with my parents and eventually merged with the Sequist family. So for many years, I was running the cherry processing plant. And as a sideline, I opened up a small retail store with my friend John Ostrand, who was in the retail business at the time, and we had 1 and 2, then 3 stores, and eventually I bought John out, and here we are many years later in locations all over Door County and have built a nice little business. On Deck is a classic sportswear store sort of catered to the tourist market. We carry better quality men's and women's clothing. What makes us unique is, I think, the way we do retail. I was a huge fan of Walt Disney and how he built his company, and he deemed the word merchantainment, so that it should be entertaining to be in one of our stores. First and foremost, the customer experience with our staff and the friendliness, but we use very unique props in our stores. We have, as you know, we have a vintage Chris Craft in a couple of our stores and old antiques. So it should be a fun, warm environment with quality merchandise. It should be a pleasant experience. I'm most proud of the team that we've built and being able to keep them employed year-round. I think that's the number one thing. Having reliable staff and having a year-round operation has made our job easy. I have an amazing general manager, Mitch Larson. This business is successful because of her and her team. In each location, we have a store manager and assistant managers, and we have a warehouse manager. So it's just this tight group of 15 or 20 people that are employed year-round, every day. We don't ever close except for holidays. So the growth and the success of this business is really the team that I've had all along. I've been fortunate even from the very start to just stumble into great talent. And I think everybody enjoys the job and they enjoy the challenge. We reinvent ourselves every year, and great merchandisers and great salespeople, and I do all the buying with the help of some very strong people, by my side. Secondly, I'd say I'm most proud of all the work we've done on the buildings and what we leave behind should someday they not be on Deck stores. They've been set up to be any number of other businesses. Our main store, I call it our flagship store, is downtown Fish Creek, and that was an old grocery store back to the late 1800s. So buying that building and rehabbing it to its original details, the original oak floors and the beadboard ceiling, and just bringing back what was there well over 100 years ago. And so we like historic, we're proud of our history, but we like old historic buildings. So that was Fish Creek, and then years later we rehabbed the building in Sturgeon Bay. That was a drugstore, and then it was a movie theater. So we gave it a whole new facelift and turned back to the turn of the century as to what buildings looked like in Sturgeon Bay. And then we took what we learned from those projects and spent many years deciding what we're going to do with the big building in Sister Bay, because it was this big building with not much character. So we were able to work with my architect, Mark Isaacson, and we broke it up into individual storefronts. And so it has a small town feel. So instead of one large building, it's 5 smaller stores. And the community's embraced it, and the customers have embraced it. I think the renovation of the Sister Bay building was our biggest project to date. And I think that really kind of reminded a lot of people that we've really invested back in the community. I mean, we try to support all the different arts organizations. This county works because of all the things we have to offer. It's not just retail, it's restaurant. They're here for the natural beauty, the parks, the arts. So it's a lot of really talented people that make Door County a very special place. So we just try to do our part where we can. The future, I would say, is very bright. We've got a young team of people that basically run the company. So the future of On Deck will keep going for many years. I'm very proud that I've been recognized for this. I've been doing this for a long time, and it means a lot. it's a really special award.